Hello,
Hi,
how are you doing?
I'm good.
We've met again.
Yeah, as usual.
Does this feel like a manifestation?
Well, I see it as God's plan
Yeah,
and it is manifesting.
yeah.
It has come to pass as it was written years ago. I think the last 2 years I met you. Yeah.
So do you remember the last 2 years ago when I met you?
Yeah, I think it was on a taxi app drive,
Yeah,
which I came to pick you.
yeah.
And you began discussing about something towards your plans. And one thing I believe in life is transforming lives, impartations. When you discussed about your plans, I encouraged you and then stood by it with prayers. That it's very good and it's a very good initiative. So we all came together, plan as usual, and God's willing today, it has been manifested as it's supposed to be.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
raining. But do you remember what you told me that day? You were like, you were like, you are surprised that I was trusting you so much.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And I told you that you are not the person driving me. It's God driving me
yeah,
because there are people who are not handicapped,
yeah,
but still they get accident.
yeah.
So if God lives in us, He's taking control over it. Yeah, and you drove me around. You didn't work the whole day.
I didn't work the whole day.
Yeah,
When I met you,
yeah,
one of the things that came into my mind, you see, when God connects you spiritually, when you meet physically, you need not to explain yourselves. When I met you and you told me you needed something to eat, which I don't want to mention the name of that thing,
it was a
and
food.
it was fufu.
Yeah,
So I took you to, I think it was Medina,
yeah,
went round, and I said, okay, well, if that be the case, let me take off the app, then I'll take you around so that you get your food to eat.
yeah.
The reason why I did that was I didn't know what you were going through as at that time. And if maybe I didn't come in to help to get it, I don't know where or what would happen to you after I leave.
So right now the answer is you are my answer for what I was going through.
Yes.
Because this is a manifestation, because it's raining. But I just wanted to know that right now, how do you always feel being handicapped?
Oh, at times I feel bad, but at times too, I feel okay.
Yeah.
Where I feel bad is when you meet people, they first look down on you. When you meet people as a deformed person, their first approach or the first mindset they have about you is underrating you just because you are not like them. But where I feel happy is it gives me recognition anywhere I step. It gives me recognition
So
anywhere I
so does
step.
that remind you of Big James? That is the disciples of Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
When Jesus Christ didn't heal Big James earlier because he was like, I want you to be an evidence
Oh,
that
yes.
you are not deformed spiritually. It's just physical.
Physical.
So now you become an evidence of the greatness of God.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I meet people, it seems I know you somewhere. It seems I've ever met you. I'll be like, how, where? We're not the one whom I met last around this area. And I feel okay.
Yeah. So sometimes do you think life is unfair to you?
Oh, I see it that way, but I think with a little percentage of that. In the sense that sometimes, no, this is not a matter of
No.
excuse.
This reality.
You may meet a lady whom you think this lady, you would like to,
Energy.
mingle with this person. Before you realize, the person will be thinking, now, sabi my crime, if I find a crime, send me now for bedroom for me. People think that way sometimes. You see. So sometimes when it happens, I go to sit there and ask myself, why?
So when these emotions rise up, how do you distract yourself? not for it to consume you into depression and anxiety. Because I know you being like this
Yeah.
every day of your life. It's not like, sorry to say, we who have the complete version of the human body, there is more hope within us because we know we have the versions of the body that makes us um, go into activities every day. But with you, it's like a lesser percentage. So how do you cope with it to distract yourself into not feeling every day you waking up and watching yourself in the mirror and be like, I one day I wish I could wake up and this would be not there. This would be all right. But it's like I still have to live with the fact that it's there till God performs a miracle.
Um, I don't normally feel too much bad. I think sometimes what I say is God has plans for me ahead. God has plans. When I come to you and you say no, maybe you are not meant for me. When you're even a friend, boyfriends has friends, male friends, we meet. Sometimes people will give you some names in a hidden language. Okay? But take it that I personally, I take it as God has plans for me.
Do you know what I admired about you the first time? There was just this light in your face, and I was like, I wanted to know your good memories because I realized that positive plus negative gives positive.
Yeah.
So the fact that you have light on your face, that means there is this memories that you hold on to that doesn't make you feel down every day. So I wanted to find out, okay, what brings light into your world? What are you holding on to into your mind that makes you happy and coping every day?
This question, I think I would like to first of all say God is God. And in my life, I am good at, machines. Fortunately, I'm good at machines. There was a time I think I was working. Let me acknowledge one of my uncles, Mr. Sylvester Kwame Nkrumah.
Gratitude.
He was the one who exposed me to machines. He exposed me to machines when he built a radio station. Okay. So I asked myself, if I have this within me, this ability, this potential in me to deal with machines, then why should I be looking near upon myself?
So that means that it's a natural born stuff. It's not an accident.
It's not a natural born stuff. It's not an accident per se. If I really want to go into that, I think I would have a lot to say.
Yeah, so you can summarize it for us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't an accident, and it's a matter of it got swollen by itself. But yes, just like how we are having conversation today, and before I realized it started swollen when I was in classroom. When I was then in the GHS 2 going to 3. That was 2002, 2003 thereabouts. Yeah. So when it got swollen, in fact, it turns issues. So the whole of the matter became like ebe ho ye no na yare ni na be ra mensa dompe baako mu. So I didn't have money to go to hospital for an operation. But you see, the God we save, He says He knew us even when we were in our mother's womb. So when I didn't have the money to go to hospital, the very first day I went to hospital, it was suggested for amputation, which they have to cut it off. And fortunately, the day I went, there was a day a medical doctor from somewhere came to that hospital. It is Dodi Papa's hospital in the Oti region. I was very young. So when they suggested, the doctor came and said, no. I was in the theater where they, arranged for amputation.